Okay. What's up, guys? This is Eric. It is April 26, 2024, and I'm going to do a quick video. I'm going to do a quick video on what happened today. What happened today on the charts. And so I kind of made a mess of trading today. Well, not really, but all right. So what happened today was when I came on yesterday and I made the indicator yesterday, it seems to be working, right? So, when I made the indicator yesterday, it was only for shorts, right? So for the yellow bar, I got on this morning and I took a trade in here, did pretty good. But then I made a few adjustments to that indicator that I made yesterday, and then I made it go for longs as well. So every time you have the blue dot, right? So you're coming from a swing low, swing high, coming through it, and then pushing through it. So this is the indicator to go long. Like I said, I mean, it seemed to work pretty good. I don't even think I'm going to make this in a strategy. I'm just going to freehand it and use this to do some technical trading, some discretionary trading. So again, it's worked pretty well for today. So I was doing other things, coding and whatnot during this time period. But in this time period, I said, hey, well, let me try it out. All right, so I got an indication to take a long here. So this actually, the way that this alert sets up is it does set up as soon as, or like within bar, intra bar. So I think it's set up somewhere where it's down here. And then I ended up taking the long when the bar closed though, took it here. And then I had my stop loss. I had my take profit. Let's see, is it going to draw the bars? Let's see if I can get the bars up here. Expired, canceled. There we go. All right, so I had my take profit up here. So kind of making this equal high right here. Okay. So I had my take profit up here, thinking it was going to run up to here, and I'd be short of that in between those. But anyway, it just went short of that and came back down. This would have been 350. I think it might have been at like a $50 risk or something like that. Let's see, 31 to 29. Yeah, so like $100 risk, was looking to make 350 there. So in actuality, it might have been like a 1 to 2. Would have made about 200 or 225, somewhere up in there. Anyway, it retraced, and then it gave me another. Let's see, I didn't get out just there, but didn't get out just there because my stop loss was down here. But so when it did start coming back over, I said, okay, well, here we have some new indications to go long again. So I just stayed in it. But then when it started retracing down here, I went ahead and got out. And then it gave us another indication to get in here, this blue dot. So I got in. No. I got out here, but as it started retracing back up through, finding support through this bit of volatility here, I went ahead and got in again. And I was about to get out as we were making equal highs again, but then this blue dot showed up to go long, and so I stayed in it until it did a quick run up right here. And when it did that quick run up, again, that's in this general area that I was looking to take profit initially. I went ahead and got out up there. So yeah, so this indicator has been working today. All right, so what I'm interested in now though is I want to make an indicator that, because another thing that I'm looking at is on the, with all of the with all the major stocks, right? So the major market cap stocks of Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, and Alphabet. I just kind of want to keep an eye on some of those. And so what I'm curious, I'm not sure if it's going to mean anything, but I'm curious. So when the ticks get high, when the ticks are higher than the average ticks, and it's high on all 4 of them, one of them is ES, but when it's high on all 4, I want to find out when that candle is. So I'm going to do a show me that will show me when that candle happens. So, so first we're just gonna do a show me, and man, I haven't done show me's in a while. So let me actually call this major cap ticks. Let me just open up a random show me so I can get that template again. So not a show me, a paint bar. Doing a paint bar. All right, so we're just gonna call this one delete because we're gonna delete it. I already have one for delete. Simple paint bar. All right, so for the paint bar, you gotta have a value 1 and value 2, so a high and a low. And then you can do something's true. You're gonna plot paint bar, value 1, value 2. Okay, so all I have to do is plot paint bar, value 1, 2. Okay, all right, so that's simple. All right. All right, so let's just make something, and then we'll see what it looks like. So we're gonna come, I'm gonna make a complete new one. So copy and then paste the chart analysis. And then for this chart, we can take off the retrace. We'll turn off the trading. And okay. Still going up a little bit. All right, and then this is the indicator here. And I was running this one on the Discord for the alerts, but you see this one here is dip with volume, and there's one more on here, but dip with volume, large bar retest, and then I have the counts on here. So this one, the dip with volume, seems to be doing pretty well today as well. That one doesn't form terribly well all the time. So, you know, you see it's doing okay in there, but doesn't perform well all the time. Gosh, it did catch some nice dips in here. I mean, you know, I have to give it some credit. I really do have to give it some credit. That one there it didn't do as well on, but yeah, I promise you, and I mean nothing is going to be 100%, but I promise you, if I was to just trade with these indicators that I have, I would do so much better. Yeah, those are actually doing pretty good. God almighty. All right. So, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about this. We're going to make a paint bar. Let's come here. This will be this, that. Get rid of this. So like I said, there's going to be a simple paint bar, 15-second time frame. So let's just do something to paint something. Something to paint something. How about that? How's that for being, I don't know, my English vocabulary, gosh, man. When you stop going out in the world, Jesus. All right. Okay, so let's say if we have a low, lower than the low before it, and the range is longer than the range before it, and the volume is larger than the one before it. All right, so if ticks, which is the volume, is greater than ticks a bar ago, and range is greater than range a bar ago, and low is less than low a bar ago, then plot paint. Was it plot paint bar? Yeah. All right, so low and high, that. Okay, verify, come over here, and that's going to be called major cap ticks, right? So it is a paint bar, and it's called major cap ticks. All right, so that one should light up. All right, we need to get a color on this thing though, because I think it did light up, but we need to, how do we set the color? Okay, so plot, set plot, set plot, set. Let's go in here, right click, left click. Just give some information about it. Plot paint bar. Yep, that's plot paint bar. Oh, okay. So we can put the low and the high, and then we can name it, and then we can put. All right. So we don't need to name this, and we're gonna make it yellow. All right. Oh, that's from when I started writing that. Okay. All right, so you see we have all these yellows lit up. Okay, so that's good. So we see that plot paint bar works. We see how it works. And actually, that just very simple script, I mean, without adding any extra filters to it, I mean, you know, anyway. Okay, so now let's add our filters. So now that we know how it works, just the basic simplicity of it, let's see if we can do something with the ticks. So we need to count the ticks. So did we see that one? We saw that we had gotten that one. Okay, all right, and then about this one. Nothing, no new blue dots over here. All right, so let's say we need to count ticks. So this needs to be a strategy or an indicator that has inch bar persist. So update inch bar tick. I'm gonna update it, but then we also need to have variables that are inch bar persist. And the first one is going to be count. We'll count end for count index. And it's gonna be ES, but you know. And then that's going to be a 0. And then we'll do, you know what? I'm going to count 1. We can keep track of it that way. Copy, paste, paste, paste. All right, so count 2, count 3, count 4. Okay, so we're going to count every bar. So counting every tick within bar. Okay, so count plus equals 1. So that's going to add a count for every tick. So that's count 1 plus equals 1, and then we need to have a moving average of it as well. Let's see, so we're going to reset count. So we need to keep a historical database of the counts without resetting it at the end of every bar. If bar status 1, 1 equals 2, then count 1 equals 0. Now this is going to be interesting here. You see this says 1. This is the first data stream. So the first data stream we're going to be using is going to be ES essentially. The second data stream that we're going to be using will be one of the others. So it'll be either Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, or Alphabet, Google. So this first data stream, that's what we're referencing. All right, but we can reset all the counts when any one of the bars ends, because we're going to have all the bars set on the same time frame, 15-second time frame. So let's do this. So we're going to begin. We're going to do this, and then we're just going to reset all the counts. Count 2 equals 0. Count 3 equals 0. Count 4 equals 0. Then end. Okay, so now what we want to do is we also need to look at the average, the moving average. Okay, because again, when I'm looking at this information here, so like say from Microsoft, you see the ticks here. These are the ticks. This is how many ticks happen within that bar. But then this is my moving average. right? So this is my moving average, the blue line. So we need not only to find the ticks, but we also need to find the moving average. All right, so this first one here, this finds the ticks. All right, so let's put, we already have up there in the comments, find ticks. I'm gonna do, let's just copy and paste. Copy, paste, paste, paste. It's 4. It's 3. It's 2. All right, so we got all the ticks. However, they need to be of their corresponding data stream. And by that, like I said down here, there's the first data stream, right? So count 1 plus equals 1 of data stream 1 of data. Good gracious, what happened? What's happening now? Okay. All right, so that's still moving up. Okay, that's still moving up. All right, I just like to kind of keep an eye on it. All right, so of data 1, of data 2, of data 3, of data 4. Okay, now that we have all the counts, now we need to find the moving averages. Find moving averages of the tick counts. Okay, so to do that, we actually need to, because we are clearing these counts here at the end of the bar status, at the end of the bar. So when we do an average, and it's going to be of what price? Say it's count of 1 of that tick. Say it's 10 bars. Well, that's fine because you can capture all the values of count 1 here. The problem is that once the bar ends, count 1 becomes 0. Okay, so we need to capture these values before we delete them, and these values is what we're actually going to use for the moving average. So we'll just take this, copy it, and before we delete them, we're going to assign them. You know what? Let's do count 1 of data 1. No. I'm trying to be efficient here. Trying to be efficient. Copy. Paste. Use a space. Copy. Paste. Paste. Count 1 of data 2 is actually going to you know what? These can be 0. That's fine. We're going to delete this. We're going to copy this. Move that down. This up here. And we need a value for the moving average. So we're going to say, we're going to call something a count. So it'll be average count, right? So a count. A count 1 of data . I'm wondering, do I need to do this of data 1? Don't think I do. I'm just going to make it a count equals a count 1 equals that. A count 2 equals that. A count 3 equals that. A count 4 equals, bless you, equals that. All right. Okay, and then now down here we're resetting all those counts. All right, so these are our averages. So average, we count 1 of 10. Okay. So this is going to going to give us our average. Okay. Yep. All right. All right. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. Let's go up here and I'll put the variables. So we do a count 1. A count 1. And the A counts, they are referencing at the end of the bar, so they don't need to be intra-bar persists. Paste, paste, paste. Okay, so this is 4. There's 3. Okay. All right, so you have these averages here. Gotta make sure we put a comma over here. Okay, and now we have our averages. So essentially what we want to say is if all the average, if the count is over the average of all these, then we're going to want to plot the bar. And then when we get down here, we're going to reset everything. Okay, so a count 1 equals count 1 of data 1. Delete that. Delete that. Delete. Delete. So if count 1 is greater than the average of a count 1 over 10 bars, and so now you're just going to rinse and repeat for all of them. Up. Okay. All right, let's clean it up. Then we're going to plot paint bar, the low, the high, and we'll make it green. All right, now we got to see how many issues we have with this. But I think it's pretty simple, so I think we're okay. But we have to go in here and we have to add the other data streams. So the first one is ES, the second one will be Microsoft. Yeah, we can do it this way. Apple. NVIDIA. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. And then see what issues we have here. Count 1. Can you not do this? I've never done it. I've never done this before, and you know, obviously, you don't do something till you do something, then you learn from it. All right, so count plus equal 1 is fine. You can do this. Count plus equals 1, which just takes what was the count prior on the prior bar. It takes what was in count 1 and it adds 1 to it, and then it takes what was in count and it adds 1 to it. But you can't do that when you're using data. So watch this. I'll put a semicolon there, get rid of that, and then when I hit it, see, there's no error with this. So this is fine, but you can't do it with the data. I disagree. Count plus equals 1. So what we could do instead of, because that's a shortcut, plus equals 1 is a shortcut. We could just say count of 1, count 1 of data 1 plus 1. You don't like it when I do it like that? You don't like it when I do it like that? Boo. Boo. Alright, let's try it like this. Okay, equals sign is expected here. Count one of data one. Can I do plus equals like that? Ah. Data three. Just want me to assign this to something. Plus equals count one of data one plus equal one. Can I do count one data? No. Count one of data one plus equals one. So you don't like that. Now I've got to think around the shortcut, because the shortcut is, very powerful. But count one of data one count one of data one is equal to count one of data one plus one. Okay, so when it comes to this line, it's going to say count one of data one is equal to what? So this is essentially our variable of this data stream, and this is now what is this? What is this? What should this variable? What should the value be? I'm not sure. Well, let's take count one of data one that we already have, and we're going to add one to it. Now we're going to assign that here. All right, so that should be fine. That is not fine. Count one of data. All right. Something is fishy here. Something is fishy. Count one of data. I knew this was going to be too easy. I knew this was going to be too powerful of a script, and it wouldn't just be given away. It's way too easy. Let's see. Count one of data one. Count data one plus one. Let's do this. Let's just say count one equals count one of data one plus one. It doesn't even like that. Why doesn't it like count one at all? It doesn't seem to like count one. What in the world? All right, let's take away this part. Huh. It's fine with that. Count one is equal to count 1 is equal to, watch this. So we can't say count 1 is equal to count 1 plus 1. Can we do it of data 1 like this? How come I hadn't done it this way? I think I've done this in the past. Yeah, data in. Instead of putting it in parentheses, you could just do data in. All right. Count 1 of data 1. Count 1 of data 1 is equal to count 1 of data 1 plus 1. See if you like that. Don't like that. This is driving me a little bit nutty. Count 1 is equal to, watch this, low of data 1. Okay, so it likes low of data 1. But I don't want the low. I want some other value of data 1. Are we saying that we can only pull certain components of data 1? I think that's what it's saying. Allow specifications or which data set is being referred to in terms of price values, functions calculations. So close and low. It doesn't say what words you can use for your data. Data in. Allow specification of which data sets are being referred to in terms of. All right, but again, it doesn't say that you can't do anything with it. So I got to figure out a workaround. Because I need to be able to count the ticks. Every time there's a new tick run, I need to be able to count that. Oh man. Yep, I'm thinking that you just cannot do that. All right, hang on. Let me rack my brain here. I'm gonna play with a couple things and see if I can come up with something. Oh, so I got something figured out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's right or not. But what I end up doing was I just thought in my head, what can I use that is a reference? I got to use something that is a part of the TradeStation's data set. Open, high, low, close, ticks, volume, all those kind of things. All right, and so I said, all right, well, if the open is different than the open before it, well, within every tick, the open may not be different from the tick prior to, because it could be literally, one transaction, next transaction. The open and the low prices, the open, low, none of those bid side, none of those change, right? But if there is an open at all and it's greater than zero, I mean, if there's a price on the board and it's greater than zero, then we're going to take okay. But I do see something wrong. All right, so if the open is greater than zero, then we gotta change this for all of them. All right, thought that was gonna be too easy. All right, so count one, count. If count one is greater than the average, count one, and count two is greater than the average, if count two, count three. Nothing may even plot. I promise you, there may not be anything that plots. Because actually, counts and ticks happen within a bar, so you won't get any historical data, so you won't see anything back here. You only see it as it's showing up on the screen. So, all right. Okay, so I think that's it. And we'll just have to see. We'll just have to let it run for a while and we'll let it see. And then I don't know if I'll do an update video, today or probably tomorrow. I'll just update you with what we get with it. I doubt that's true. Let's see. So essentially on the 15-second time bar, we're saying on that bar right there, every single one of these tickers had ticks higher than the average. So let's see. Our cheat sheet. Okay, so this is Microsoft. And on, what bar was that? That was this bar. Come back here. And then, so that bar, see this ticks? The ticks, it was under this blue line. I'm pretty sure my blue line is a 10. Let's see what moving average it is. Is it? Six moving average. 6. Change it to 6. Okay. All right, so now we have to restart. Okay, so this one looks like it's about to be over the 6 moving average ticks. It is, so we'll put that there. We'll go to the next chart. That's Microsoft. This is ES. ES was not over it. See that tick there? It was just under it. But this tick is over. So let's look at this one. Okay, so now that was ES. We're going to go to Apple. Apple was not. And why are they off? This one is referencing the 1328.45. Okay. All right, this one is under. Apple is under. Nvidia is under. Oh, SPY is hugely over. Okay. But Microsoft was under. ES was over. Apple was just right there. Just right there. Looks like it's over. All right, so, but essentially, what we're looking for on this script, you see, this script is already not working right because it should only be firing if it's over on every single one of those charts. All right, so if open of data 1 is greater than 0, then count plus equal 1. So that should be adding the ticks of all of them. Data stream 1, 2. Okay. And if count 1 is over. Oh, well, we do have to wait though, because in order for us to get this average here, in order for us to get a proper average, we have to at least be 10 bars in, right? We have to be 10 bars in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now is when we're going to really start to look for a proper. All right, so then that would be saying that this one should be a proper one, right? Because we start getting our moving averages. Because now we have 10 actual bars. So was this one high on all of the charts? That was this one. That looks kind of under it to me. That's Apple. That one is definitely under. That one's over. That one's under. Yeah, so that wouldn't be right either. Okay, let's see. Count 1 plus equal 1. Count 2 is greater than the average of. Let's only start this if we have 10 bars. Okay, so if bar status of 1 equals 2, then begin. I'm going to assign a count 1 the value of count 1, count 2 the value of count 2, 3, 4, and then count 1 will reset at 0. Count 2 is 0, 3 is 0. Just to make sure I'm getting some real numbers here, let's print before the bar deletes them. Let's print what the counts were, and then we'll compare our count for ES to our other chart, and then we'll know if we're on the right track. Actually, we can compare for all. All right, so a count. So count 1 is going to be count 1. 2 2 count 2, so forth and so on. Two, 3. It's gonna be 3, and then 4. It's gonna be 4. That, and print. How'd you like that? on, off, on, off, comma, on, I got a lot going on here. What in the world? Okay, I see. All right, on, comma, on, off, comma, on, off, comma, on, off, comma. All right, come over here, open up the print log. Can all these be 44? Well, that was the first bar, so let's see what the next bar looks like. Because all of them are not equal. Okay, 39, 39, 39, 39. Great, they're all the same. Excellent. No, that's not excellent. They should not all be the same. All right, which one is actually 39? Which one comes in at 39? $39 and $27. This one is 39, so Microsoft is 39. Oh, wait a minute. ES is 39 too? What's going on here? I feel like some trickery is ensue here. All right, so the last bar is all saying 24s. That's a 25. That's a 56. But it looks like it's giving us the Microsoft reading. 24 for ES. Also, why is Microsoft and ES the same number of ticks? 24. That's 22. Interesting. All right, but it's giving us the Microsoft data, and Microsoft is actually number 2. I know that the data stream is 0 base, so let's try that this one is just regular data. Open. And is that. And then this one is going to be data 1, 2, 3. Okay. Maybe it can only do the ticks of the main. You know what? I think that's it. 26, 26, 26. Oh boy, this is going to turn into something. It's going to turn into something crazy. Something crazy. I think I know what I got to do. And since I learned this the other week, I might be able to make it work. Except for 54 minutes into it, and Jesus, it's 1:30. Oh man. Did we get any other alerts? Nothing new there. Oh, we got a couple more here. I think this is the first one that I've seen that wasn't a banger. This is the first one that I've seen that that was telling you to go long, and it wasn't. However, I think the way I set this up is so that it can fire intra-bar. So I'm not even sure how many of these will actually fire once I refresh this. Let me try refreshing this. So right now on this screen we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's the gift and the curse of setting up your alerts so they can alert you instantaneously or within the bar, is that if the bar hasn't quite finished setting up, then it may have other as a bar finishes setting up, the conditions may not be perfect and favorable for your entry. Okay, so but still, if we were to use these entries, 1, 2, 3, those entries look pretty good. The other entries look pretty good too, except for that last one, right? So I mean, I would take it either way, but I need to probably make something for this specific indicator to let me know the difference between one that has okay, so now this is telling us to go short. One that has finished setting up versus one that has, is in the process of setting up. Wow. Now, if you had took it short when it told you to go short right around in here, 41, that's 41. It's already 3 points on ES, that's $150. But I mean, you'd have to have your stop up here at least, so 44 to 41. That's a 3-point stop. So at that point, it's a 1-to-1. But 1-to-1 is still money. It's good to see this thing going on real time. Okay, but this isn't what we're looking at today. We've already kind of determined that that this script here works, works fair. So, all right. We're coming back over here. No, is this where we're at? Yes, but we were looking at. Okay, so what I think I need to do is set up dictionaries. I need to have. This isn't where we're at. Where's my other? There we go. I think I'm gonna have to set up dictionaries. So I'm going to need to run an indicator on each one of these, and then the indicator is going to send the value to the global dictionary, and then the global dictionary will pull it back, and then it'll tell us. I think we can do that, and then it'll tell us, yeah. Let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, so this whole thing we're going to scratch it, and then we're going to try to make this into a global. You know what? Yeah, I guess we better scratch it. All right, so we're going to say, indicator. Okay, so now we're on a paint bar, so we need to go to an indicator. Okay, find. I'm going to put major, because I may put more than just this information on these tickers. Yeah, because actually I have this chart here with all these tickers on it, so I can put the indicator, drop the indicator in each one of these chart analysis screens, and I don't have to have 4 data sets right here. So major ticker, put scrub. Okay, so using EL system, dot collections. Come on. All right, then we're going to variable is going to be global dictionary. We're going to call it scrub null. And it's been, I've learned how to do the global dictionary, and then I never use it. So that's going to be the thing. But I think it'll be pretty simple. I shouldn't have to go back and figure anything out. All right, so we will have, we're looking for the ticks, so we're going to do count. So we're going to do count, and then see count, and then average count. Okay, so count. All right, so this does need to be inch bar persist, definitely on the count. And the A count does not need to be. And then if bar status of data set 1 is equal to 2, if it's the final tick of the bar, then count equals 0. Okay, and then so count plus equals 1 on every bar, and then A count is equal to average. It's at 6 of count 6 bars. Okay, and that's pretty much it. We're doing the counts, and then we're taking the average of the counts, and then if the bar status equals 2, we're restarting the count. Okay, so now we need to put this into the global dictionary. So we need to say once, we need to say scrub once, scrub equals new global dictionary, and then we're going to put those value. If it's the end of the bar, we're going to put those values. If it's bar status 2, the end of the bar, then we're going to put those values into the global dictionary. So if it's bar status 2, then we're going to begin. Put in the dictionary, we need both a key and the value. So scrub dot add, we need a key. So we're going to do a string. We need to make a string, a unique string. So first we'll find out what the string's name is going to be. String is going to be equal to date plus time plus symbol. Date, time, symbol. That's all we should really need. Okay. And then we need to say that string is a string. Then we're going to add. So, wait a minute. String is a can we do key? I think key is okay, isn't it? It's not a reserve word. If it's a reserve word, it'll come up in blue. So you can't use string. So we're going to do key. Okay, key is going to be equal to datetime symbol. And then so the key is going to be key. And then the value is going to be... we have 2 values. Let's see. We could make it into a token list and then pull it out on the other side. Because we do need both the values. So we need we need to make another one. Key, and then we call it the lock, I guess. the lock will be a token list. Now, I forgot how to do the token list. I thought it was token list. Is there something else I need to declare up here? Token list, token list, token list. Oh, and then for the global dictionary, we also have to use using tsdata.common. tsdata.common. Token list. Well, there's token list. How come it didn't come up just a second ago? Oh, because it's right beside it. Token list. Okay, token list key. And then that's going to be null. All right, and then so also once token list key equals new I don't think I have to do anything else for that. All right, so if it's a new bar, we're going to come in here, we're going to begin, we're going to establish what our key is going to be, and then we're going to clear the token list. It's going to be key.clear. I think I have to do this. And then we're going to do key.add. But what are we going to put in the token list? We're going to put in again, the token list is essentially going to kind of write out everything like you're reading a book. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be comma delimited. So it's going to have commas in the middle of everything, I think, or spaces. Let me tell you exactly what it is. All right. Yeah, it's comma separated. Value as item 0. Okay. All right, key, and then scrub that key, scrub that add. Nope. Key dot add. Key dot add. All right, I'm mixing things up now. So this is going to be lock. 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 So now what do we want in there? How do we put multiple things in? Based on manipulating common separated list value. Need text or item added, updated, or inserted. They contain commas will have separate items added. Okay. All right. So the two things I need added are count and the A count, which is average. So we're going to clear it, and then we're going to add count. So there's got to be a num to string, just count, and then I think I can do it this way. A count. That's the key. And then what are we going to add? We're going to add value that's in lock. Then we're going to delete count. And then we're going to end this thing. End this puppy. Once invalid data type. That's because we didn't close that. Key, unknown identifier. It's because we didn't go back and re-add our string. Symbol. Operation not supported for these types. Symbol, really? Or do we need to do get symbol? Get symbol name? I've been able to do it both ways before, so I don't know when you can do one versus the other. Get symbol name not supported. Really? Really? But why isn't symbol supported? Dang blang. Symbol is not supported. Yeah. It should. Date, time, symbol. Is it because symbol is not a string? Symbol should be a string. Symbol is a string. All right. I don't know how else you would make this into a string. Symbol dot to string. Doesn't like that. What in the world, man? Why doesn't it like symbol? It's a quote field and it returns a string. All right, let's do this then. Let's just make another string. So we're going to call this name. It's going to be a string. And then we're going to come down here and say that name is equal to, what did that do? Okay, name is equal to symbol. Okay, see what I did? Then we're going to come down here and we're going to put name. Yep, didn't like that. Symbol. Operation not supported for these data types. Key is a string. So I just took all this out. It says string expected here. Okay, well, that's what you got. Kinda. Right? Or do we just need to put a comma? If we just put D. Date is not a string? I guess date, I thought. Huh. Num to string date. Num to string time. Then symbol. Comma expected here. Yeah, why? Oh, number to string. Why? There's no decimal places. Yes, it is. Number to string. You have decimal places. Oh, that you're taking from your number. Okay, well, we're gonna do 0 decimal places. 0 decimal places. Okay, and it did not like that still. Okay, this is where we put the plus in. All right. We cooking with grease. We cooking with grease. We cooking with grease. Number to string 0. String 0. Invalid number of arguments. Are you sure? Lock. Add. Oh, it's probably because there's only one. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go and we're going to add all of this to major ticker scrub. Major ticker scrub to every one of these. So, ticker scrub. What? It did that quick. All right, so you see the date is 1/24, April the 4th, the 24th. The time is 9:32. And the title is Microsoft. The symbol is Microsoft. But the time is 9:32. Okay, and you see how we did that? We had the date, the time, and the symbol. The time 9:32 is already in the dictionary. Okay, so we have to say if it's not in the dictionary. 124.04 24 on the 24th. Okay, so we have to say if it's not in the dictionary. So yeah, and you have to typically do that anytime you're working with a dictionary. You have to look and see if it contains what you're trying to put in there. So if the dictionary is scrub. If scrub.contains what? Contains the key then okay. All right, so we tried that. Now we're going to go back over here. I'm going to clear this out, come back over here, and then we're going to turn this back on Microsoft and see what happens. So now what we did is we're allowing for it to check the dictionary and see if that key is in the dictionary. If the key is in the dictionary, then it's not going to do anything. If the key isn't in the dictionary, then it's going to add our stuff. Boom, that worked. Okay, so now we just got to go and add it to all of them. Okay, so now it's on all of them. So now we have some global dictionary storing all of this data, storing all these data points. So now we have to go and make a new indicator. It's going to pull the data, and the indicator actually is going to be what we're using for our Okay, so same thing, using EL system, collections, using tsdata.com, and the common one is the one that you need for the global dictionary. So the variable, we got to pull back that global dictionary, so we're going to call it pull let's call it something, let's just call it scrub. We'll call it the same thing, or we'll call it, yeah, scrub is fine. Okay, and then null. Okay, and then we're also going to need some, I know, for those keys, key, and then we're going to need one for a token list, because we got to pull the information back out of the token list. TL is what I normally call them. Okay, so now we got to pull that information. So how do we go about this? We're going to say if, first we got to declare our global dictionary. One scrub dot once scrub equals new global. If you get that thing under here like this, I notice sometimes when you get this, it's probably because you're writing something wrong or something. I don't know. I don't see it all the time, but when I see it, it's usually because I'm writing something wrong. I don't know. You see, that should have lit up, but it didn't. So yeah, something's not right here. Variable key, global dictionary scrub, null key, token list. Is there something in here that doesn't like? Once something ain't doing right. This is some collections. Once new global dictionary. Well, it didn't give me an issue there, but yeah, something ain't right. Something is not right. Okay, all right. Let's see what's next. So now we need to look at all those values and then compare them. So if this is going to be interesting. Eesh, this is going to be more complicated than I thought. Yeah, this is going to be more complicated than I thought. All right, if so we need to check the dictionary. If the dictionary contains that, nope. If it contains the key, so it's got to be very specific. Contains this key. I'm gonna try this up here. So we're gonna do this first for Microsoft. Okay. Key 1. Key 1, then so we need to pull what's in the dictionary, and because it's in a token list format, we need to then put it in a token list, and then pull the data out of it. Oh boy. All right, so if it does contain it, then we're going to begin. We're going to clear the token list. Oh, I don't think I need to add a new token list. Clear the token list, and then we're going to token list.add. It's going to be equal to what? It's going to be equal to what's in the scrub.key scrub.items scrub.value. It's either items or value. I think it's items. What's the string? What's the key? Key 1. All right, now that we have in the token list what's assigned to the key, now we're going to assign we'll do Microsoft. Yeah, it's about to be a lot. We'll do Microsoft. Oh, we'll just make it count 1, like we were doing with the other one. But I'm just gonna make it CT1 equals token list TL dot value. I forgot how you do the token list. Which one is where the location is? I think it's that value. Item. Okay, so we're just getting the one item. Item at what? Which one was the first item? First item was the count, which was just the count. So it's the 0 index. As, can we do it as type? Integer, as type double. That's fine. And then CT now I want to do ticker. Ticker 1, ticker 2, ticker 1, ticker A, ticker B, because it's the first, it's the count, and then it's the average. We're looking at two different things. Okay, so we'll do ticker 1 average, or it's ticker 1A, ticker 1B. There we go. Ticker 1A, ticker 1B. All right, then we'll do TL token list dot item of 1 as type double. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Let's see if they have any issues with this. If it does, then we need to go back to the drawing board. If not, then we just keep it moving. All right, so we do know that we need to do TLA as a double, and TL. That's T1A. You gotta watch your L's and your 1s, you really do. And T1B, and then key 1, so string. That should look good. Okay, didn't like that. What didn't it like? Using, oh, that's why we're getting those funky dots up here, right? Because we didn't put a colon up here. I knew I looked up here and I had everything, but I didn't put a colon. All right, so we come back here and we rewrite that. Once scrub equals new. You see how as I'm typing this, all these things are coming up, right? All these things are coming up when I'm typing. New dictionary or global dictionary, right? You see all that's coming up? Whereas if I don't have that colon up there, right? When I don't have that colon up there, now when I type stuff, once scrub equals new, you see how new is just putting that white thing up, whereas before it was giving us all those words. Global dictionary isn't populating on its own. Yeah, so you got to put your correct punctuations. It'll help you a lot. All right, so what's the next thing? Scrub, TL, scrub. Items. Add. TL. Token list, we're going to add as type string. Can't convert string to a double. Well, you can't, but I know what you can do. Can't convert string to a double. So really, it could just say, hey, you should use string to number to convert from string to a double. String to number. Okay, that's a string. But like I said, some of this you just have to know. You have to know through trial and error and through practice, repetition. Welcome to my world. All right, so it works. So there's no issues, no warnings. Okay, so now we're just going to go and we're going to add all of these. So it'll be kind of a copy paste type deal. All right, so the second one we'll make as Apple. And remember, when you're writing these things out, these symbols out, it needs to be capitalized. This needs to be key 2. Key 2. Key 2. This needs to be T2A, 2B. Okay. This will be NVIDIA. NVIDIA. E3. 3. E3. All right. It should be 3A, 3A. And 4. It's ESM24. Key 4. 4. 4A. 4A. Excuse me, 4B. So now we need to assign our keys and our A's and B's. Token lists we can reuse because we're just clearing it whenever we need to use it. So we're just going to copy this, paste, paste, and paste. Excuse me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Is 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Got some duplicates on here, huh? All these keys right here. Let's going to tell me that I've already defined it, so it's not like I can ignore them and just let them ride. It's going to say you've already defined this. Okay. No errors. Wow. Okay, so now that I've got everything assigned to a global dictionary, and now I've pulled it from the global dictionary. Now that I have all these numbers, T4ATB, now I need to do my calculations. So I need to say if TA1 is greater than if T1A is greater than T1B and T2A is greater than T2B and T3A is greater than T3B and T4A is greater than T4B, then plot paint bar low to high. And what do we want to do? We want to do let's make it yellow. You know what? Yeah, it's yellow. Let's make it yellow. Okay, and then we're going to, yeah, it's fine. All right, so now we come back over here. Then we're going to add that, the major cap ticks, spot paint bar. I think it's already on here. We just had changed up what it was. Major cap ticks, yes. Okay. All right, so we can actually get rid of all these other data streams because now we're not even using the data streams. We're actually using the dictionary, which is really cool. 15-second time frame. So it's pulling all the information from this 15-second chart, this 15-second chart, this 15-second chart, this 15-second chart, sending them all to a global dictionary. This indicator right here is pulling all those data points from the global dictionary, and then it's comparing if the Microsoft ticks are greater than Microsoft average, if the Apple ticks are greater than the Apple ticks average, if the NVIDIA ticks are greater than the NVIDIA ticks average, and if the ES ticks are greater than the ES ticks average. So we should have some interesting data come up here if I did it all right. Only a little bit of time will tell. But again, we need at least 10 bars to start having accurate numbers because we have not 10 bars, these 6 bars, because we do have a 6 bar average right here. Okay, so we need at least 6 15-second bars, and then after 6 15-second bars happens, then we are looking to see where this green bar, the ticks, is over the blue line, the average. The green bar, the ticks, is over the blue line, the average. Same thing over here. The green bar ticks is over the blue line, the average. It needs to happen on every single one of them in order for this specific strategy to fire like we want it to. So I'm just going to take a step back. I'm going to let this run, and I'll let it run for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. Hopefully we see something, and hopefully it's an indication of a pivot on the chart. So I'm gonna let this one run. Let's see. That's not helpful. Yeah, okay. So let that one run so you can kind of see what's happening with the ticks. I think this is going to end up going off the screen. Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Actually, it might be happening. No, not this bar. Okay, keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully we see something good. All right. While that runs its course, I'm gonna go and do something different. So I'm looking. This last sequence here looks pretty close to being over. You see this bar here was over. And see, that's what I'm looking for right there. I'm looking for when you see that they all are doing the same thing, getting some type of absorption, rejection, whatever, then it moves. So, but anyway, I think this bar here, this bar, this 14, 28, 30 bar, see the green is above. That's 77 is over 38. This one, nope, 35 is under 63. No, it was 30. Oh yeah, it would be here. 35 is under 63. Okay. And then it would be this one. 50 is actually under 51. And this one. It's not the 30. It's the 30. 27 is under 39. Is under 51. So it would have been the 45 bar anyway. 63, 44. It's moving on me. 92, 70, 272, 58, 53. Actually, this one looks like it should have done it. The 45 bar. Right? Okay, so on this 45, okay, so the 45 bar, that's this bar here, 28.45. If you look, you see this green and the blue. Look onto that list right there. You see the green, 63 is over 44. That's Microsoft. 63 is over 44. That's here, okay? And then here, 45, 58 is over 33. And then the next one, we can see that. 92 is over 72. And then the last one will be this. They're all over. So this indicator should have fired on that bar. $98, 2045. It should have fired on this bar. Okay. And 45. So that would have been this bar here. All right. $8.45 should have fired on that bar. So it should have plotted this bar yellow. Okay, so now we need to see what's going on. All right. global dictionary scrub, token list, TL, key, T1A, T1B, key 1, key 2, T2A, 2B, Microsoft. Let me just make sure that I plotted this right. T1A is greater than T1B. T2A. T2A is greater than T2B. T3A. T3B. And T4A is greater than T4B. Then plot paint bar, low, high, yellow. Okay. We got all this right. We know that the key is right. Key 1, 2, 3. Keys are fine. All right. All the keys are fine. All converted to strings. Apple, NVIDIA, ESM24. Here's your ticker. Let me see. Let me go over here and that's what I was afraid of. When they all get to firing and they all have the same amount of interest, higher volume, I'm thinking that it's a good indication for it to. All right. But this is what I want to see. So, curiosity. All right, key string D2 string. All right, I want to tell this here that I'm sending over to everything. I'm going to tell this to print. Print the key. I've just got a funny feeling that, or I can check it here. Got a funny feeling that maybe for some reason it's not finding anything in the key, because this has to look in the key. It has to look in the dictionary, look in the scrub. If it contains the key 4, then you're going to do this. But if it doesn't contain it, then it's not doing anything. So let's see if it contains it. If it contains it, then we're going to say print 4, it's key 4. And if this one contains it, then we're going to say print 3. Well, now we don't have to go through all of them because, you know, they're all going to do the same thing because they're just copy and paste it. But let's see, we should have a flurry of 3s and 4s pop up over here, because for every bar that we started doing this for the last 10 minutes, it should have something. Okay, let's turn this, make sure this is on. And it is on. So with this being on, and this saying print, if you find the key in the dictionary, it's pretty much saying that it didn't find the key in the dictionary. So, we got a problem, Houston. If key 3 is equal to number string D0 plus number string that plus NVIDIA. Let me do this. Let me just tell it to print the key 3. Once print key. We're going to print key 3 and print key 4. Print key. We'll just do it at the end because otherwise it hasn't gotten to key 4 yet. Once print key 3 space key 4. Okay, so key 3 is 124.04. 124.04. That's April 23rd, 1800. April 23rd at 6 o'clock. Okay. And then NVIDIA. And then this is ESM24. Now, what does it look like when we printed it over here? So we go over here. Then we're just going to tell it to print everything once also. And it'll print from this screen over here, this quad. It'll print down to the bottom down here. Our print screen, print log down here. We got what? I have something going that's printing all these. I don't know what. Oh, that's this one of these indicators. Let me see. Because it's printing a bunch of stuff, so might be this one. Oh, I got to turn off that print because otherwise it's just flooding the whole thing. Okay, I think we're good now. So there's nothing there. All right, so it'll pop up at the bottom when I do the major cap ticks or the market depth for ask. Oh, major ticker scrub. We're going to print the key. Oh, we need to do it once. It's popped up 1,000 times. So once we're going to clear the print log, and then we're going to print the key. Okay. So this is what popped up. It only popped up for Microsoft. Why is that? How come it didn't do it for ES or NVIDIA or the rest of them? Major ticker scrub is on. That's interesting. It only did it for Microsoft. Oh, because it's clearing the print log for every one. So it just happens to be that Microsoft was the last one that run, and it cleared the print log for all the other 3. So we can do it this way. Looks like it's doing a lot. What was all that? Oh, it's clearing the print log on every single one. Need to get rid of that. Okay, here we go. All right. All right, there we go. All right, so yep, Apple's works. ESM24 works. NVIDIA works. Microsoft works. 24. Okay. Now, do those keys look similar? Similar enough to be the same? Because they have to be the same, the exact same. All right, so let's look at the ESM24 one, 124.04, 23, 1800. Yep. ESM24. Okay, so it should have the key. So what am I not getting right about the send receive on the global dictionary? You don't have to name it the same thing. One scrub new global dictionary TS common. All right, let me look at my receive. Global dictionary receive. Global dictionary, null, you got the key. Collections common, yep, once. I'm gonna create it. I'm pretty sure I created it. Part time format. If it contains the key, then you're gonna do such and such. With items.key. It's all kind of basic. Again, if it contains the key, then you're going to do such and such. Here's the key. But the key, but it's not firing. It's not finding the key somehow. I think the other one we did create global dictionary, but new global dictionary is the same thing. Let's see what we're working with here. String DO plus, that's all the same symbol. With the exception of me writing out symbol versus putting it here. But again, when we look at it over here, it says the exact same thing. So that shouldn't be an issue. Unless it is. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of using the symbol, I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna add the data sets, add the data streams, and then we'll just put, well, I don't know if we can put symbol of, can we put symbol of data 1? I think we're doing too much here. I think we're about to overcomplicate it. I think I see what's going on. I see what's going on. I think it's because I'm asking this to work in real time. And it can't plot the paint bar in real time. Because I'm asking it to run this function on this bar. When this bar closes, bar status equals 2. Once this bar closes, I want it to, make sure it runs this function and sends it over to the global dictionary. Meanwhile, I'm telling the global dictionary on the same bar, as this bar is being drawn or as it closes, I want it to look and see if it has this key in it. But it's too late because the bar is already closed. And so now once the bar goes to the new bar, okay, I think I see. I see. Is there a workaround? If get that key. Bar status equals 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the issue. So because I almost feel like if I rerun this data right now, since it's live, it won't work while it's live. But I feel like if I turn this off and turn it back on, then the times when it did pop up, it will work then. So let's see. So I think I'm going to get something that fires up right in here. Edit studies, we're going to turn it off. Turn it back on. Nope, that didn't work. I've got to figure this out. This is going to be a good indicator. I already know it. What we said? We said this bar in here, 2845, should have fired off. But yeah, definitely after the fact, it should definitely fire off, right? And again, it's not even finding these keys. Because, like I said, key is equal to this. If scrub contains that key, then we want to do what? I told it to print the number 4. And it's not printing the number 4. Let's see, is it printing all the keys? Yeah, it seems to be printing all the keys. This does not need to be intrabar persist. Not anymore. We got a new bar, so now we have April 26 at 14:55, which that's what time it is. You know what? Look at these keys. Every bar should have one key, and one key will give 2 pieces of data: the number of ticks and the average count of the ticks. Now we're getting, look, for every bar, look how many 1455s we have. I mean, I'm scrolling up and I'm scrolling down. I don't know what it's doing. 1455. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, my cursor. Look for 1444, 1444, 1443. So for the time bar, for the minute of 1433, we have, you break it up into seconds. For 15-second increments, you should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the minute of the 42 minute, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. But so now it should be getting 4 data points throughout there, but because of the way this key is reading, it's only getting 2 data points. I mean, it's only going to record 1 data point, and then once that first data point is recorded, it's not going to get anything else. So it's getting the data point. It would get the data point from the first, you see right now it's 1449. It would get this first data point. It would not get this one, or this one. It would get this first one. Then it would not get this one, this one, this one, or this one. So, I mean, that's the first problem. I mean, because like I said, there's the issue with the keys, but that's the first problem, is that the way the key is set up, we're missing our other data points. So major ticker scrub, once print key, number to string. How does the time print? Because I think the time just does print the hour and the minute. I don't think it prints seconds. Let's see. Time. See, it's printing 1458, which is a time, but it's not printing 1458 in 15 seconds and 16 and 18 seconds. It's not printing the seconds. It's only printing the minute. So we need something to find seconds. Well, how did I do that when I'm running this? Because I have this one running on the 15-second time frame, and this is getting the seconds. Go to my master token, edit easy language. My key is Oh, bar date time. Okay, and then get symbol name. You know what? I'm just gonna copy that. I'm just gonna copy that. And then we'll see if that helps. Key is gonna be equal to bar date time and format, that plus get symbol name. Okay, that. Okay, now copy this here. Paste. That. That. Because that was plus get symbol name plus that. Yeah, okay. Copy that. Paste. 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 Okay. Okay. All right, so now we need to give it some more time, settle out, and see what we have. Now, we still should be getting some 4s printed on this thing. Because there should be this in the there are these keys in the dictionary. If bar date time format. Month, day, year, hour, second. Bar date time. I did something like so on the other one where I pulled information back up. I said pretty much if it's a historical bar and the bar date time of the bar is equal to that changes this altogether. That's where I'm using the stream reader. I mean, kind of essentially the same thing. I'm, stream reading from a file or something of that nature, but here I'm reading from the global dictionary, but I'm still reading it from historical data. And I'm saying that if this criteria matches, then bar date time at format. Yeah, I have to think about this. There's something else to consider, I know. But I'm going to hop off here and I will play with it. I'll play with it here a little later. I'm sure I'll get it figured out, but the question is how long? All right, so let's go back and see what else popped up on this bad boy. But again, this is the version I have set up, whereas entry bar persists. I believe that's still set up where it shows, getting Let's see, maybe I turned it off. All right. So this is what this strategy looks like. This indicator, as far as I'm concerned, works pretty well. This is the only one that failed miserably, but I'm sure there's a filter or something I can set up for that. All right. All right, guys. I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.